Wendy Williams has finally spoken out about what she believes is really happening behind the closed doors of Hollywood. According to her, a powerful circle of elites controls the industry, and anyone who dares to expose abuse or corruption is quickly silenced. She claims these figures will go to extreme lengths to protect their secrets and maintain their power. What's even more unsettling is that major celebrities like Katt Williams, Jim Carrey, and Dave Chappelle warned about this years ago, suggesting that anyone who tries to reveal the truth risks having their career, reputation, and personal life completely torn apart.
Is a horrible person to me. You know what I'm saying? It's the way he moves with other people. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on with these other people at my apartment in Miami? What are you doing? Oh, you spent on what? And what is going on at Wells Fargo?
Investigators examining the Epstein documents believe his circle of influence may have reached deep into both Hollywood and the music industry, linking him to a number of highly powerful individuals. Several prominent figures, including Diddy Combs, have been tied to serious allegations, intensifying concerns about the level of power certain elites may quietly wield behind the scene. According to critics, anyone who refuses to go along with these unwritten expectations or attempts to reveal what is happening can suddenly watch their career fall apart. What makes the situation even more disturbing is that signs of these power structures have appeared in public discussions for years, yet almost no one seemed willing to challenge them openly.
They work for us. We have the power. We decide what's hot. If we don't go, nobody goes. If we don't support, nobody supports. We control what's cool. We control what's hot. We control what your kids listen to, what they dance to. We control what's in video games. We control how they wear their pants, sag their pants. We control everything.
Many victims have come forward over the years describing the pressure and exploitation they say they faced while working in Hollywood. Some claim that powerful directors, producers, and music executives pushed young actors and models to sacrifice their integrity if they wanted to move forward in the industry. Major scandals involving figures such as Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and Diddy Combs have intensified the discussion about abuse of power in the entertainment world. Critics say that for decades, many accusations were overlooked or quietly buried, leading to growing concerns that the system often protected those with influence rather than those speaking out.
Had me over to the house of where these perpetrators in this ring kind of basically started. They'd pull me away for their threat sessions and tell me they have gaydar, they have this. At the end of the day, if you don't keep the members of this group happy, we control Hollywood, we can eliminate you, we will eliminate you. Threat after threat after threat. At the house it was, I've had put in drinks, I had liquor poured down my throat from being where there were rules in the house of no swimsuits, no clothes out by the pool area. I was numerous times in that house by numerous individuals, various types of sex, all throughout that house. It was just something, you were like a piece of meat to these people, and they'd pass you around between them. It was, if I could define what that house was, it's evil.
For years, Wendy Williams stood out as one of the most influential voices in daytime television. She built her brand on bold opinions, unfiltered commentary, and a style that rarely held back. At the height of the Wendy Williams show, many celebrities were wary of her Hot Topics segment because she was known for speaking openly about anyone in the spotlight. In more recent years, however, concerns about her health and personal life have drawn increasing attention from fans. Some observers believe that her long history of openly discussing powerful figures, including Diddy, may have caused friction with influential people in the entertainment industry. Well, before the latest headlines and investigations, Wendy had already voiced strong criticisms and publicly questioned his carefully crafted public image.
A series of depositions that not only prove that she's being held against her will, but also threaten to dismantle the Hollywood PR's sinister web of coercion and control. We've got the tapes, and they're shocking. It's clear that Wendy is currently living in fear for her life. They're locking up a mentally stable woman who holds incriminating evidence against some of the world's most powerful people, and they're doing it in broad daylight in front of the entire world.
Wendy Williams is locked in a room in an assisted living facility in New York. That's her. The only way I could interview her was to have a camera in the street, because we can't get a camera in. She can't really have any visitors. She cannot go outside. She's been out twice in the last 30 days. She has no internet. she, and I think rightly says, she feels like a prisoner.
Here's the troubling pattern many observers point to. It seems to repeat again and again. Katt Williams has long claimed that anyone bold enough to challenge or expose powerful figures in Hollywood risks facing intense backlash. According to reports surrounding his experiences, the pressure didn't appear to come only from within the entertainment industry. After publicly speaking about alleged misconduct among certain elites, Williams reportedly faced legal troubles and repeated run-ins with authorities. At one point, there were even reports of efforts to remove his children from his custody, adding another layer to the controversy surrounding his claims.
Wendy's guardianship seemed to be extreme. I've spoke to her several months ago, and she just sounds like the same Wendy. Yes, is she quirky? Sure. Is she eccentric? Sure. She always has been.
And now a new revelation. Her team says a new medical evaluation ordered by Wendy's court-appointed legal team finding she does not have frontotemporal dementia.
She does not have frontal lobar dementia. So that should be game, set, match.
Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, revealed that he believes Diddy played a key role in Wendy Williams being blackballed from the entertainment industry and branded as unstable. Deal claims that Diddy allegedly orchestrated a smear campaign that ruined her career, pressured industry insiders not to hire her, and played a part in her being misdiagnosed and placed in a mental health facility.
What people don't understand about Puff is this, is that he held the entertainment grip, especially for the people who was his former artists, in a chokehold. If you didn't do what he say do, if he didn't like you, you would never ever work for Bad Boy or anybody in the entertainment business again. He did it to Kirk Burroughs. You understand? He did it to Wendy Williams. He did it to a lot of people, bruh. So now her going back is just wanting to get food on her table, keep a roof over her head. Because nobody was probably telling her, yo, I can't work with you. I can't deal with you unless Puff say so. I'm not gonna work with you. I'm not gonna do anything, because they didn't want to make him mad because he had enough power in the business to stop her.
Some observers believe there's a recurring pattern when individuals challenge powerful forces in the entertainment world. Comedian Katt Williams has repeatedly claimed that anyone who tries to expose wrongdoing in Hollywood risks facing intense pushback and personal consequences. According to accounts surrounding his experiences, the fallout didn't seem limited to criticism from the industry itself. After making public comments about alleged misconduct among certain elites, Williams reportedly encountered a series of legal troubles and confrontations with authorities. At one point, there were even reports of attempts to question his fitness as a parent.
The second that Katt Williams started exposing Hollywood elites for being files.
Yo, man, Kay, you cool, man? How you doing
I'm
tonight,
cooler than a fan, man. They took my children from me.
Yeah, I mean,
how terrible is that?
I did want to ask, the cops, allegedly found some guns and...
Yeah, they always find guns. I never leave without my girlfriend. I'm on the middle of an interview, sir.
Sorry about it. They found guns and drugs. Now, that's what it was reported.
Sir, you can look at my paperwork. There was no drug. Weed is not a drug.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that's safe for kids to be around guns and stuff like that? I mean, I'm just curious.
How do you keep this kids safe without guns? They were in a lockbox that the police broke.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm saying, if the police come in and raid my place and break into my gun boxes, you're gonna find guns. But these aren't. Well, I'm not in a gang. What difference does it make?
Now, you were actually stopped for this and let go. Because you have a license for it,
No,
right?
This is their 9th time coming to my house. The problem was this time they came to my office and took my kids from an office. Not from my house, from an office. So now when I can't have my kids at my office,
that's an issue.
I must be
the
most terrible black dude. Because here's the whole thing. You're gonna charge me with child endangerment? After I adopted 7 children and had them for 14 years in this state? Really? You coming after my kids now? Because it was already a witch hunt. Now you want my babies? Yikes.
Some critics believe that a small group of powerful insiders holds significant influence across the entertainment and business world. According to this view, people who openly challenge them may face serious consequences, including legal battles, financial pressure, or sudden setbacks in their careers. Supporters of this theory often point to the Jeffrey Epstein case when discussing the reach of elite network. There were reports suggesting he might reveal the names of influential individuals connected to him, which fueled intense public speculation about what he knew and who might be involved. His detention in a high-security federal facility further intensified debate about the level of power and protection surrounding figures within these circles. Claims that were once brushed off as far-fetched are now resurfacing in discussions surrounding the Epstein files. As more documents and testimonies have come to light, some observers believe they point to a wider network of powerful figures linked to the scandal. There have also been ongoing allegations and speculation connecting both Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein to controversial circles involving young women. However, many details remain unclear. Reports frequently mention an alleged client list connected to Epstein and recordings tied to Diddy, but much of this material has never been publicly released. Court documents reference various connections, yet few names have been officially confirmed, leaving many unanswered questions about who may have been involved and what relationships truly existed.
Body is a supplier. Epstein, Weinstein, like these guys knew what these extremists liked and provided it, and provided the way for you to to have $1 billion and not create a fantasy island type environment has not existed throughout history.
Right. I mean, if I was going to run some global power organization, I would try to co-opt every single leader, try to suck them in, offer support, bring them out to wherever I have my big-ass meetings, fly everybody in private jets, talk about the climate crisis.
All organizations have to follow the same rules.
Yeah, that's wild.
Recruitment is an important facet of all.
We have to get some young global leaders.
Well, understand, this is the only reason that we can talk about these big Illuminati-like entities at this period of time. It's just because of time. Like, they aged out. Like, you can't get in new, so everybody got decrepit over there, and they can't exchange, really.
The Epstein files revealed that he often relied on coded language when communicating with his associates, raising serious questions about what was being discussed. In 6 separate documents, investigators counted over 50 unusual references initially dismissed due to a lack of concrete evidence. Words and phrases like beef jerky, pizza, white whale, and grape soda appear in contexts that seem nonsensical at first glance. Later analysis by a forensic expert suggested these terms were likely euphemisms for far more disturbing activities, hinting at a hidden layer of communication within Epstein's network.
The code words in the emails, literal emails of Epstein and Bill Gates, like these are known entities starting to talk about jerky. And then they're talking about the intestines of babies. They're talking about cream cheese. Like, I welcome anyone to prove me wrong because I hoped to fucking hell this is not true. But when we mentioned jerky, that was the more elite meat is what I'm interpreting this as. There were emails from people, redacted names again, saying, hey, I have 68 pounds of jerky in my freezer. I'm not sure what to do with it. There were emails of, I need more jerky. I'm going to send it to the lab. When he knew they were coming after him, they knew they were going to come arrest him. He ordered 330 gallons of sulfuric acid, which is which is how you would dispose of and there are mentions, and now Congress is actually speaking about it. They did this week, spoke about Zora Ranch and how there's so many mentions of bury them in Zora Ranch, leave them in Zora Ranch. And now that's 7,000 acres of land that Jeffrey Epstein owns in New Mexico. And it's actively working right now. And then just to add to that, the chef that was making the jerky, that was sending recipes, that was on the island was Francis Derby.
Who's that?
Francis Derby owns the restaurant Camp.
What?
Yes.
Wait, there's a restaurant called
Cooking.
Is it actual camp? No, it can't be. That'd be illegal.
It can't
shut
be, right?
down.
But is it so tongue-in-cheek? Did they think they were so fucking smart that they could go that far?
The Epstein files revealed that he often relied on coded language when communicating with his associates, raising serious questions about what was being discussed. In 6 separate documents, investigators counted over 50 unusual references initially dismissed due to a lack of concrete evidence. Words and phrases like beef jerky, pizza, white whale, and grape soda appear in contexts that seem nonsensical at first glance. Later analysis by a forensic expert suggested these terms were likely euphemisms for far more disturbing activities, hinting at a hidden layer of communication within Epstein's network.
Getting to look inside Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch in our state through some new photos. Epstein and his estate owned the Santa Fe County property until 2023. That's when former Texas State Senator Donald Huffines bought it. Now, these new photos of the property are from an insurance company, and they were taken when Epstein was still alive. I mean, you can see just how big the property is. Multiple offices, cabins, barns, buildings. I mean, look at the large pool inside. Then you have a great room right there with that huge chandelier. At the time, there was also a fire truck, tanker, and trailer on the property, as well as a firehouse and storage facility. Meanwhile, there is a growing memorial on the property's outskirts paying tribute to Epstein's victims and survivors.
I can't imagine what they had to endure. I wanted everybody to know that New Mexico was strong and that we would represent these victims, living victims, survivors.
The sinister reality of Epstein's Zorro Ranch comes into sharp focus with emails showing that, on the very day of his indictment, he allegedly ordered 330 gallons of sulfuric acid. One post on social media laid out the horrifying scene: a trapdoor to the sea, 50 human teeth, 330 gallons of sulfuric acid, dental equipment, a dentist chair, and code words like jerky for flesh. These details go far beyond mere rumors. Epstein's behavior points to a danger far greater than most imagine. It also raises a chilling question: how many missing individuals might have been linked to his properties? Some investigators have even speculated that the human teeth were used to test how quickly sulfuric acid dissolves human remains.
Here's one of the craziest ones. The day he was indicted in 2018, the very next day he ordered 330 gallons of sulfuric acid.
What?
Yes. He ordered 6 55-gallon drums of sulfuric acid to be delivered to the island. And so there's a lot of people online saying, oh, that was probably for his desalination plant. It's probably like a regular thing they need to order. So then someone else did a deep dive and said, no, this is the first time this was ever ordered.
I checked that again. I thought there was 2 other ones.
Oh, there was 2 other orders?
2017 and 2015.
Oh, so that guy was wrong.
The first one from that company, potentially.
Ah, that makes sense. So maybe it was for this desalination equipment, but also that's a lot of sulfuric acid. You know, if I needed 5 gallons for my desalination equipment, but 239 gallons or whatever it is to burn, to get rid of bodies.
Kind of hard to think of any other use for acid, just in general. Right?
Immediately,
So
you think.
Immediately.
Yeah. The other orders, were they that large? Because here's the other thing. I mean, how long has it been killing people? How long have they been boiling bodies to get rid of them? I mean, if you do have, for lack of better words, let's call it a service, where you allow rich people from foreign governments or whatever, you set it up. I can give you whatever you want.
Right.
Like, what I want to do is I want.
Behind Hollywood's glittering facade, one voice long dismissed as crazy stands out: Jim Carrey. Even after earning countless accolades, including multiple Golden Globe nominations, Carrey became deeply disillusioned with the industry. He began challenging the powerful elites, revealing the darker realities hidden beneath the glamour, and openly denounced Hollywood as ultimately empty.
Is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons.
in icons?
Boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise. beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't
Was that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you needed more evidence that Hollywood's billionaire elite were entangled in dark dealings, consider this. Lex Wexner's attorney was caught on a hot mic warning him, "We will freaking kill you if you answer a question." Though many assumed Wexner was at the top of the power structure, this terrifying incident makes it clear he was far from untouchable.
A good idea. We ought to have an inventory. But then there was I hired a lady to be like the house manager who had run the U.S. Embassy in Rome, and she said, "Yeah, I know how to do this." And I said, "Well, why don't we keep inventories of stuff?" And she said, "Well, yeah, I could do that." So she did that. That's kind of a puny example, but I wouldn't have had the idea. But then all the things were inventoried. That wasn't work for me or Jeffrey. It was just regularly done. Answer the question. 5 words, okay? Answer the question. Okay.
Wendy Williams is fighting to regain control of her life, claiming she's being held under a conservatorship against her will. As one social media post summed it up, Wendy Williams built an empire, yet she's now trapped in a system that's failing her. Guardianship abuse is real. No one should have their freedom stripped away like this.
So our recent events have been unbelievable. Talk about
We came back from dinner, and apparently police were called. But I was told that at some point police were called because the coterie here was saying allegedly that I took my aunt from this facility and whisked her away without any sort of confirmation or approval, which according to everything that we have learned in terms of this whole situation, wondering exactly how that correlates with the statements that the Guardian has made that Wendy is able to come and go as she pleases,
Right.
and that there are no family visits that are blocked.
Clearly, they are lying to me when they say I can go out and do what I want to do. This is my niece, Alex. She just flew in from Miami, okay? I just came from the hospital. So we are going out to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate what? I don't know. I'm from the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And of life.
The pressing question is this. If outspoken voices like Wendy Williams were silenced for years, how many others were overlooked long before anyone paid attention? What's really happening behind Hollywood's closed doors? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into hidden stories, analyzing clips, documents, and claims the mainstream media won't cover, let me know, and I'll bring them to you.